We welcome into Buffalo, New York, as the Queen City Corsairs play host to the DC Dragons here in the SFL Season 25. I'm Colin Nordrup alongside Rick Nordrup.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Buffalo.
Justin Reside and Rochelle Colston on stats with us tonight, Rick. And these teams meeting for the 15th time overall. Corsairs have only scored 15 points after scoring over 21 in the first week against Detroit.
We were
there for that game. And
that was an epic game.
The Dragons looking to finish.
My ear just stopped bleeding from your screaming at the end of that game.
Oh, indeed. Dragons looking to go 4-0. They come in 3-0, going a pair of 6-point victories. And the Corsairs will kick off first. Joe Garfield to kick away for the DC Dragons. And we are underway from Buffalo. There, Barclay Field at Conpro Stadium, kickoff to the 20, and a return up the middle of the field, but down at the 40-yard line is Mason Kirby, one of the wideouts.
Paying the price for a shorter than desired kick there, all the way out to the 40. They're going to be in good shape for their first drive, Colin.
Caught it on the run. Sebastian Synergy is the running back. Kevin Say, along with Sam Harrison, are the fullbacks. Chuck Steller is the fullback. Wide receivers, in addition to Kirby, are Ronnie Shanahan and Connor Weston. Tight ends are Lauren Furcoco and Jay. Will be first down for the Dragons. Offset I formation. We'll send the man in motion to the top of the screen. That is Furcoco, number 47 in their program. And they'll start with a fullback dive at the middle. The Chuck Steller runs over two people and picks up 8 yards. It'll be 2nd and 2 for the Queen City defense. Darko Young at defensive end, Finn Steele, and Robert Croner defensive tackles. Duncan Onheim is the inside linebacker. Luke Smith, Dexter Jackson outside. Bentley Bonner, Elijah Quick, Eric Belmont, Alex Marshall, and Justin Reside are the defensive. 2nd and 2. Give up the middle again, this time to the Moose. Kevin Say picks up the first down for the Dragons. Say 127 yards on 44 totes of the rock through 3 weeks. He's yet to find the end zone.
Really? That's an amazing stat. Right chair.
Now we see Harrison checked into the lineup. He's the team's leading rusher in terms of yards with 176, 5.5 yards.
Got motion, no reaction from the D. Could be interesting, but they're going to pitch it.
Pitch out to Steller again, and he'll lose a yard. Rick, this is a Queen City team that is down one defensive piece. Defensive end Chad Stinson, not in the lineup again this week. 5th-year man, defensive end. He does some coaching for the Corsairs. Will be 2nd and 11. Motion again, this time from Kirby. Nobody goes with it. Now corner will adjust to that side. It's going to be a pass from Sebastian Synergy down to the bottom side. Wide open is Connor Weston. Hauls it in for the first down.
Kind of a little innocent break there in behind the secondary, Colin. Nice pass.
This is a DC passing game that is 168 per game through the air.
Oh. Sorry, I was a break comment. That's just straight down the field uncovered. That was easier than I expected. Sorry, go ahead.
Only 2 passing touchdowns, 4 interceptions for Synergy, completing 57% of his passes. For just a shade under 500 yards as he rolls out. We'll throw back side, catch made by Weston again, and it'll be 1st and goal just like that. Inside the 10.
Yeah, a lot of pressure getting put on the defense here as they're making it look easy, Colin, in their first possession. Want to welcome everybody in the chat, and don't forget, the Rick Meter is here in Buffalo, ready to clue you in and give you an advantage in understanding who's going to win this game.
It'll be 1st and goal. The Dragons wearing the black helmets with gray pants and unique striping along the side of the pants as well as the helmet. High formation, give to the second man through. This is Harrison. Harrison stopped about 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage.
Give a little courage given to the defense there by the nearness of the end zone as they stop that run.
First meeting in Buffalo between these two teams since season 22, won by the Dragons 20-13. That particular time, Dragons have won the last 3 meetings, both of which have been in the nation's capital, as it's now 3rd and goal.
Well, don't look now, Colin, but as you say, 3rd and goal, and a really great-looking drive is in jeopardy here, and they may have to settle for a field goal.
Ron Van Cleef is the kicker. As Synergy drops the throw, this will be short the end zone. No, Harrison catches it, somehow plays into the end zone. I thought that was going to be picked off in the sea of hands, but Harrison had other ideas. Grabbed it between 2 black-shirted jerseys and is in the end zone.
I shared your fears, Colin. I thought first it was a pick right there, and then I thought he stopped short, but he ends up being hit slightly from behind and helps propel him across, what is it? Zip plane!
Zip plane, we have broken zip plane.
Zip plane, boss.
With 6:41 to go in the opening quarter. Van Cleef on for the extra point, splits the sticks. And it's 7-0 on just an 8-play drive, taking a little over 3 minutes and 20 seconds off the clock as Harrison finds the end zone through the air.
He does, and don't forget, this ace reporter adroitly pointed out that short kick led to the 40-yard line field position. Adroitly, woo. Is that a vocabulary word? I think it is. We have our first vocabulary word there.
Ball down in the end zone will be brought out. And Silas Christian's the quarterback. John S. Moses is the tailback. Charlie Baker is the other tailback. Lars Bazar is the fullback. Wide receivers are Ryan Davis, Bob Wood, Guy Clausen, and Joe Beasley. Jay Matthew Jr. the tight end. We'll get to the offensive line after this play, as they will send Davis in motion. He's the offensive coordinator. Charge of putting together the game plan. They go split backs behind Christian. And they will give off to Baker. And Baker, she finds room for 7 yards ahead. And that'll be 2nd and 3. Canano Fortson, John Gary, Seth Harrison are the defensive ends. Mike Wagner and Jose Fuentes are the tacklers. Nick Fargo, Chris Britton III are the linebackers. Jacoby Dew, Darrell Bullock, Billy Beers, Tyler Highfield, and Peanut Say are the defensive backs. As they will give off to his Moses, and he stopped 2 yards short of the sticks. He got about a yard.
He couldn't find an opening to make a cut and ended up looking like he was trying to advance the ball to the sideline there. Well defended by your Queen Cityers.
Dragons have only given up 14 points per game on
the Queen Citizens, sorry. Yes. They've only given up 14 points. There's a
fumble. Oh, and I think the Dragons fell on it at the 32-yard line of Queen City. Oh, no. Things go from bad to worse for Queen City as they give up to Baker, who was lined up at fullback, and the ball came loose.
Oh, my goodness.
And the pick pile was all jumped on, and when they cleared the dust, the men in white had the ball.
Well, here they go. He also forgot to introduce Denver, the service dog here, ably assisting us in the booth tonight, Colin.
Offensive linemen for the Dragons are Kai Cook, Al Friedman are the tackles. Center is Michael Percoco, number 66. He snaps the ball to Synergy, who gives Harrison. Harrison plows ahead for a pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd.
And DC's in business again.
James Walters liking the effort from his defense here in the early going as they force the turnover, giving the offense a short field. Stephen Mullenix is the head coach and offensive coordinator. Draw play to Kevin Say up the middle, breaks a tackle, almost broke a second one, will be stopped 2 yards short of the sticks. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Look at that coaching uniform. And Mr. Mullenix, complete with the mustache and everything.
The mustachioed one. directing the activities of his team.
3rd and 2. They give off to Harrison. They got the first down, they say.
Ooh. He attained the line to gain.
This is a DC team.
And there it
Queen
is.
City is
There
challenging
it
the
is.
spot. Coach Stenson didn't like the fact that his team didn't get home cooking here in Buffalo. So the officials will take a peek under the hood and look at it. He wants them all to look at it.
Look at it. Look at it. Ooh, we're going to need a shot down the line, I think.
This will be the money shot.
Maybe the ball. Maybe. Is there enough to overturn it?
We shall see. They overturn the call.
There is enough.
Queen City gets the stop. And this will most likely set up a field goal attempt from Van Cleef. Should they be comfortable enough? It's 4th and less than a yard. And they won't cash into the field goal attempt. This will be 39 yards from the left hash for Van Cleef. Right-footed kicker, snap, spot, kick is on the way. Good! So the Dragons cash in after the turnover with a field goal to make it a 10-0 ball game.
That's right. Points off turnovers, and the Rick Meter's happy. Don't forget the Rick Meter is sponsored by Bank Michigan. Rick Meter staff using Bank Michigan issued slide rules, and for this season, Bank Michigan branded pocket protectors. There we go.
The Corsairs, they had 2 straight road contests prior to this one, Rick, and they lost 45-9 to Houston, and then 42-3 to Minnesota. This is their first home game since week 1, and they'll take over on their own 23.
All right, we'll start this again. That they find themselves down by 10 here in the first quarter. You got a quarter? I haven't told the quarter lady story in a while.
I'm sure you'll get to it. You always say you're going to tell it.
I was going to say I teased that one once or twice earlier in the season.
As we have Glide Clausen wearing number 82 in motion to the bottom. Then I got 4 to the bottom. Christian back to throw. Goes to the bottom side. Nice catch made for a 6-yard gain to Bob Wood, number 19.
Thrown out of the shadows and can present a little bit of a challenge for receivers. Got to have make sure you've got that focus.
Second time, Rick, that you and I have been to Eric Barkley Field at Conpro Stadium. As the draw up the middle is Baker, good enough for a first down. And the Corsairs are now on the move.
They are, and keeps the fans a little less apprehensive here as they manufacture some first downage. Said that one.
Baker, and that was her first lost fumble of the season on the previous possession, as that pass is good to Clausen for a first down.
Glide Clausen with that reception.
Only 7 catches for 91 yards coming into the game is Clausen. As he hauls that one in there, he had to go low, but he secured it before it hit his shoe tops.
It's a good sure-handed catch there, protecting himself as well. A single wide out here, Colin. Wheel route.
High formation, 2 tight ends, 3-step drop. Now a little further. Matthew Jr. over the middle, and the big tight end will pick up 5 yards to make it 2nd and 5 as we approach under 2 minutes to go in the quarter.
You heard me calling for the wheel route. One of my contentions is the wheel route is largely undefensible.
Ooh. Draw up the middle, and Osmosis goes straight ahead that time. No meandering about as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, Osmosis. Right. Making sure he's evenly distributed and can cross the barrier.
They give up the middle to Baker again. Baker Good solid running for her. She picks up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Baker now 12 yards on her first 3 totes of the ball. Osmosis 7 yards on his first 2 carries.
Queen City trying to maintain possession and get themselves in a position to score here, Colin.
Shovel pass up the middle. Osmosis will get stopped near the line of scrimmage. Sets up a 3rd and 6. 1:45 and counting to go. Corsairs down by 2 scores. Out of the ball in DC territory. Need to get just past the 35 to continue this drive. Motion to the bottom is Joe Beasley. Christian back to throw against the blitz as a man wide open. It's Beasley down inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line. Down the seam, Rick Northrup. What a catch.
Exactly, and he makes him pay for the blitz. I mean, that's just, gritty, you do your best, I'll do my best kind of thing, and he finds him.
Had to do a quarter turn, but still managed to get outstanding yak as we approach under a minute to go in the opening quarter, and Corsairs are deep within the Dragon red zone.
And good recognition on the receiver to wander himself out into that open space.
Pitch out to Baker. Baker has blocked, spins inside, and will get down inside the 10 to about the 9 for a gain of 6 yards. They're finding room with both backs.
They are. Most importantly, they're hanging on to the football. The disappointment in the crowd at that fumble, Colin, was epic, but they're back. Another pitch.
Osmosis to the top. He got hung up on a blocker. I think that was Matthew Jr. But Tyler Highfield able to take advantage to set up this 3rd down and short.
There's an alternate universe, which is not much different than the real one, where that pitch is intercepted.
And we've seen that happen before in this league. It's not a strange occurrence. There's 2 tight ends on the field. Split backs behind Christian. Trouble pass again up the middle. And it's hit Baker, didn't get in the end zone.
That's not necessarily a shovel pass. It's just a deep handoff, isn't it?
It looks like a shovel to me. We'll see.
Right there. It's a modified Statue of Liberty. He's dropping back like he's got his arm, throwing arm, elbow up like it's a pass, but then he sticks it in the breadbasket of the runner.
10-0 Dragons in front, but Corsairs looking to change that as it's 1st and goal. We enter the 2nd quarter. Colin Northrup, Rick Northrup here in the broadcast with you, Justin Reside, Rochelle Colston, along with Cameron Irvine.
Can't get much closer without actually scoring. Let's see the sneak here. Get this thing in.
We got a 5, 3, 4 up the middle. Osmosis dives over the top, touchdown.
There we go.
And Osmosis has his first touchdown of the year, Rick. And he had to go over the top to do it.
Well, he was actually kind of already had crossed the plane. I don't think he realized it, but he leaps to make sure. He's in the end zone, and good time for his first touchdown, Colin, to reel this game back just a little bit here at the start of the 2nd quarter.
Only 148 rushing yards total as a team for Queen City coming in. The extra point is up and good, and just like that, Rick, 1 second into the 2nd quarter, it's 10-7.
It is 10-7, and the Rick meter is still at neutral. The Rick meter progressions are advantage, probable, and ticket. Rick meter, of course, running on clean diesel, Pop-Tarts, and Mountain Dew. Brought to you by Bank Michigan.
Corsairs, that was just their 6th turnover, that fumble. They had 5 coming in. They averaged only 11 points a game, 6 points per game on their 2 road games combined. They had 21 at home.
Yeah, they've got to get their offense to be more productive. Not going to win many games in the SFL, averaging 11 points.
And nice stop on the run, the Corsairs. Give up 160 on the ground per game, 195 through the air. They're 20th in yards allowed, 355 per game. They only forced 4 turnovers for a differential of -1. And they stopped the run again up the middle.
Nice.
Chuck Steller stopped by Dexter Jackson, number 54.
Yeah, the D's kind of figuring out that the attack in the middle between the guards, and that worked really well for DC on the earlier possessions. See if DC sticks with it.
This is a 3rd down situation. They have to get just short of the 50 if they want to continue to move things in the proper direction. They'll have 4 wide receivers. Single back is Kevin Say.
Oh.
Synergy drops the throw, nearly sacked, but somehow completes the pass downfield to Connor Weston for the first down.
That did not just happen. That was crazy. An ultra deep drop, almost a sack, and then finds him. Just in the nick of time.
Alex Marshall on the combo tackle with one other defender, but the damage has already been done there. Elijah Quick was the other man to bring in there.
Elisha. Fun to say.
It'll be 1st and 10. Motion to the top of the screen. Here's to get the Chuck Steller. Oh, that didn't work. Harrison, my apologies. Blown up in the backfield by Rob Kroon.
Blown up, sir.
That's a loss of a yard. That'll be 2nd and 11.
Well, Queen City defense here. Having a little more pep in their step.
Synergy throws. Oh, pass tipped and nearly intercepted. Nearly taken the other way by Justin Reside, the strong safety. Got both hands on it.
Yep.
As the ball hits the turf, it's 3rd and 11.
3rd and long, and don't forget, DC got down here on that sort of freaky long pass. Other than that, they haven't had a lot of offense.
4 wide, 2 to either side. Synergy back to throw. Fires down the field into traffic. Tipped away, incomplete. Reside again was in the area. Belmont was sticking with the receiver, however, and it's 4th and 11.
4th and 11, and that's impressive by Queen City here.
They're going to send Ken Walter, the punter, out. No, that's Van Cleef, the kicker, who also does the punting. This will be fielded at the 10 and brought up. Full stay to the 14 by Wood.
That's a good punt, and keeps them back.
So the Corsairs went 12 plays, 75 yards, took almost 4.5 minutes off the clock last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can continue that impressive thing here as Christian will work with 3 wide receivers and a single back behind him is Baker.
Yeah, I think they had a nice mix of plays, play calling on that previous possession, Colin. Helped keep the defense a little off balance. And I do like the Ditka look there, I was just saying.
They're going to call that a pickup of 1. So it's 2nd and 9. Christian comes back under center. Now they bring in a 2nd tight end. He's back to throw over the middle. Catch made. Ryan Davis underneath.
I don't know what they were thinking. I mean, okay, you're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. It's functionally a running play, but did they think he was going to break free there? I'm not sure.
3rd and 6 as we're now under 7 to go. They empty the backfield. Nobody's behind. Silas Christian. Nickel defense out for the Dragon. The 4 down line.
Oh,
back to throw blitz coming, and they somehow get away, but it's tipped incomplete. Matthew Jr. added in its hands, but alas, it hits the turf. Tyler Highfield, sticky coverage, and it'll be 4th and 6.
Yeah, I think kind of surprised them a little bit as they, as you said, show the nickel look, and then bring an extra linebacker, and just can't make the connection there, Colin.
And the punter is on. To be fielded and returned by Harrison up over the 50 to Queen City 43. So good return there by the backup running back.
Exactly. You couldn't script this out better if you were DC. hold him to a 3 and out, and then get great field position.
Total yardage close, score also close.
You do the Lloyd Carr 1990s Wolverines sudden, strike, deep strike. Right off the bat.
I mean, he's certainly capable. He's 4 of 6, but they start with a handoff to Stellar up the middle.
Stella.
There's Luke Swift. He was all over the place. The last time we saw these Corsairs in week 1 versus Detroit. They made a couple of very crunching tackles in that game. They'll be 2nd and 8. Kirby in motion to the bottom of the screen. Sebastian Synergy back to throw. Fires over. Oh, picked off. Doesn't reside this time. Stands on it and returns it up to the 39. And the team's assistant, Pregame, off the field, grabs an interception on the field. And the Corsairs are in business, Rick Norton.
Yeah, Reside's been in the mix on a lot of these pass attempts. And he gets both mitts on one right chair. And kills that great field position advantage that DC was trying to lean on.
His first interception of the year, 12th of his career. He's been in the league 9 seasons.
Queen City functionally gets another crack at the previous possession.
Osmosis on the single back pitch to the left side. He gets 5. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Not a bad play. Like that, attacking the edges.
And it's a bad synergy. That's its 5th interception on the season.
That's not bad. And there's a
run up the middle for a nice gain. It's Lars Bazar, the fullback. You love to see the fullbacks getting some up. Somebody call the Harbaugh brothers.
Some fullback love. There we go. One of the reasons that works so well is you've got a good talent at fullback, but also the defense never really expects. It's unexpected. So
well, it's unexpected from Queen City in another way. You know why? Because Lars Bazar, he gets to record the carry until that touch. And dump off to Bob Wood, who was lined up at the tail X spot. Well, it doesn't work. It lost 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 as we approach under 5 minutes to go in the first half.
Yeah, Bob Hollywood can't get that down the field any further than back. Then he hard behind the line of scrimmage.
Now it's Moses lined up in a 2-point stance behind Christian as they will motion Matthew Jr. around the formation to see if they can get some intelligence there.
Puts his hand back in the dirt too. Interesting.
Christian, quick drop. Throw down the field. Oh, Bob Wood had it in his hands, but it was knocked away beautifully by number 24 for the Dragons, Peanut Say.
Bob Hollywood. I'm going to make that a thing. Somebody once told me if I just keep saying something over and over for like 2 seasons, it'll catch on.
An empty backfield. They got a bunch to the bottom. 5 wide in total against the dime defense. Davis in motion. Now to make it more of a trips look instead of a tight bunch. Christian back to throw. He's going to fire this one. Oh! Deflected away. Matthew Jr., the intended receiver, but the Corsairs unable to take advantage. And another punt upcoming.
You know, there's been more than a few passes that, you know, the target to me was the wrong target. I mean, I'm throwing into double coverage a lot with only, I wouldn't even say mixed success, little success.
Punt is going to bounce. Oh! Did it bounce in the end zone or not? I think it
looked like it did
barely
from the
stayed.
Yeah.
They're going to mark it around the goal line. Just an outstanding punt.
It did not go into the end. It went out of bounds in front of the pylon. Oh, my.
You couldn't have placed it in.
We're going to see the Egyptian here.
DC has to be careful. They run a pitch out to Stellar. He gets out of danger for the moment. But Alex Marshall brings him down after a gain of only 2. That looked like... That reminded me of one of your golf shots that landed right in the hole.
Right in the hole. Yeah. We did record an eagle last week. Thank you very much.
2nd and 8. Offset up. They're going to get to Stellar up the middle. No, that's the backup fullback. Trejo.
Tilapia. Oh, Nadal.
Trejo.
Trajan?
Trejo. Trojo.
Trojo.
3rd and 5.
Is he commanding the Japanese armies in the Second World War?
And they give it to him again. This time Stellar, and he stopped. It'll be 4th and 5, so the Corsairs able to take advantage of the brilliant punt.
Yeah.
And they should get good field position. Well, I have a moment, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute, and we hope you haven't forgotten. It's super simple to smash that like button and help the channel out. We just crossed the 8,500 subscriber mark, so subscribe if you haven't already, and never miss a live stream, highlight, or podcast. Thank you for your support of the Virtual Football Network and the SFL, as the Corsairs will start from the Dragon 39-yard line, by far their best starting field position.
Yeah, more on that like button, Colin. I just looked at some stats there, and we have there's quite a delta between the number of people watching and the small number of likes we've got. So I'm going to punch up your message about punching the like button.
We got to pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Those are rookie numbers. There we go.
Osmosis on the pitch again. This has worked really well. He picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Clock is now approaching under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
I don't know. Maybe it's us, Colin. Maybe they don't like us. Maybe we're the problem. Nah, that can't be it.
And they love us. They love me. They love you.
They like the Rick meter. Rick meter's still at neutral, everybody, by the way.
2nd and 5.
And their second case of Pop-Tarts.
Lars Bazaar on the carry, and Lars will pick up 2 yards to make it a 3rd and 3 situation, Rick. It's been a lot of 3rd and medium to longish, but not too many 3rd and shorts.
You know, I've been feeding the Rick meter Pop-Tarts for many seasons. Has Kellogg's even called once? No, about a sponsorship deal? I don't think so.
They tried to shovel and it didn't work. They only got in the yard. They needed 3.
I convert over to Toastums. They even still make those?
That'll be 4th and 2, and this will be a 48-yard attempt for Garfield.
Not feeling the packaged goods well.
We reached his 2-minute warning, so this will give pause for the Corsairs to possibly reconsider if they wanted to skew the field goal, but
eschew
the field goal.
Yeah,
yes,
look at you with your busting out all the vocabulary words, Detroit. Eschew.
High snap, and the left-footed kicker curling it back inside. He just barely does. It's good, and we're tied at 10 apiece with 1:56 to go in the first half. Rick, boy, that ball looked like it was gonna miss off of his foot, and he goes, yes!
Here we go. Here's a good look at this sucker. Boom. Yeah. Tucks it just inside the right upright. And we're all knotted up here in the second quarter. Rick meter's still at neutral. It knew this thing was going to be closer than the 2-score game the Dragons ran it out to in the first quarter. See,
short kick again to the 15. Kirby on the return and gets up to the 41.
Yeah, that's deadly. You know, there's an extra 10 yards or so they need on those kicks. They're giving up some, not only just the yardage in the shortness of the kick, but it's allowing for a little bit better than average return. And the net of it is they're starting out around the 40-yard line.
I agree with you, Rick. It's all been tilted in DC's favor, and despite that, Queen City leads in terms of yardage. Still on the ball, and picking it up on the flat is Alex Marshall, who steps out of bounds at the DC 33.
Whoa, look out.
Second turnover forced by the Queen City Corsairs. The ball popped loose like a greased pig, and picking it up just like he found some money lying on the sidewalk, Rick, was Alex Marshall. Side with that.
Was that a hand on the ball or a helmet? I didn't quite see that. Either way, well done by the defender to recognize the ball wasn't secured and gets it loose. The ball is loose.
Second turnover for the Dragons. 3 in total from the 33. Christian will start. He had a 4-for-4 start. It's gone a little bit quiet since. And the defense, coordinated by James Walters, is back out again. It'll be 1st and 10. Trips to the bottom of the screen. Here's to get to Baker. Baker has all kinds of room, and she turns ahead for a pick up of 8.
Look good on those several of those carries, and that's another one. Oh, look at that! It's like the Red Sea parted.
Crunching hit made by one of the Dragon defensive backs. Reserve man, number 26 up there.
Baker shoots through that hole like she's running away from Farrow. Picks up good yardage.
Due on the tackle. There's a most. Doesn't get the first down. He cut outside when he had to cut inside.
Yeah, you just needed to fall forward. Oh my goodness. Dive under. You gotta be aware, Colin. It's these little things that can come back and get you.
It'll be 3rd and inches. The ball can be practically sneezed across the line of scrimmage for a first down. It's so close.
Sneak it.
Oh. And they're gonna run it up the middle with Baker, and she gets the first down for Scherzies as the Corsairs call their 2nd timeout.
Yep, and that was the same play they ran on the goal line, just to the other side of the formation. This time with Baker. It works again. They've got that in their back pocket, it would seem, Colin. When they need 3 or 4 yards, they can pull that one out.
They go 5 wide again. Wood in motion to the top of the screen. Ryan Davis has called a great game plan so far, but the passing game has quieted down as of late. Christian throws ahead of everybody. Incomplete. Ty Clausen, the closest man to the ball.
Good to throw it over the head of everybody, because that was just a mess of receiver and defender there. A gaggle of players from both teams. Don't throw it in there. Did they ever scramble? Scramble.
We've seen him do it in the minors, but not so far in the major. Christian back to throw, fires, bottom side, catch made, Joe Beasley, touchdown, Queen City. They take advantage of the turnover, and for the first time, Rick, they have the lead.
They do. And yes, points off of turnovers, one of the keys to any game. And pending the PAT, they will have answered the 10-point lead with 17 unanswered.
Well, they were down 10-0, but like you said, Rick, they've rattled off 17 consecutive points, and thanks to a 5-play drive, they have 140 total yards now.
Yeah, look at that.
And according to the boys over at Jack's Data, who they like to do all of the over-under spready type stuff, so let me pull up the numbers they have for this game here. Over under 37.5, BC 10.5-point favorites, but they're down. Mason Kirby, big return, knocked out of bounds at the Queen City 47. He could have gone the distance.
Yeah, trying to make something happen here in the last 61 seconds of the first half.
Kirby just cuts to the left. Rick gets one block, and there he goes.
Yeah, the coverage broke down for Queen City. Didn't maintain lane discipline.
61 seconds left. We got was slanted very heavily in DC's favor. But the Corsairs playing in front of their home crowd for the first time in 2 games.
Oh!
Will it's going to sack, but it's dumped off to Kevin Say, who's wide open, and he rumbles out of bounds for a gain of about 11 or 12 yards. Rick Nordrup, how did he get out of the sack attempt by Luke Swift?
I have an idea. I think Luke Swift may have been trying to strip the ball, and that he sacrificed tackle ability to try and free the ball from the quarterback, and he lost that battle.
And he stepped out of bounds, did Say, so they still have all 3 timeouts in their back pocket. Everything was coming up Dragons that time. 54 seconds, Lauren for Coco in motion. Leading receiver for DC this game has been Connor West. He's put up big numbers, throw over the middle, catch made. And a timeout is called, and for the first time this evening, let's go to Cameron Ryan with the game break. Cam?
Thank you, Colin. Tight one in Florida as well. The Storm up 7-6 over the Legend before Johnny Reno completes the pass into the back of the end zone for the score to Jay Taylor. 13-7 Minnesota on top of Florida. They're now in the fourth. Florida in the red zone. Back to you.
Well down the middle, synergy complete. And the second timeout is called.
And the Legend unis, by the way, I thought were pretty cool. There's your haberdashery comment.
Yeah, we saw those guys play at Northwoods. Lost to Oklahoma City. That was an exciting game, and this one is shaped up to be exciting as well. Sprint out by Synergy. The backside throw tipped away, incomplete. Luke Swift, the linebacker again.
Swifty right there, able to interfere with that pass, not the receiver. Brings up 2nd and 10, clock stop.
41 seconds left. Dragons trying to take advantage of a great return by Mason Kirby. Synergy to the end zone, incomplete, looking for Weston, who dove.
Wow.
But the ball went the other direction. Instead, it was Bentley Bonner.
Yeah.
Who knocked it away. DC 2-5 on 3rd down. Queen City 3 of 7.
I was actually expecting Collins, a pass to the sideline or a sprint out and throw away. There is what it is. One play to stick in the end zone.
38 seconds up. They'll sprint it out again. He stops short, and they'll throw way short of the sticks to Aiden, and they have to call their final timeout to the Dragons. So Ron Van Cleef will be on for the field goal attempt. Van Cleef, who had a game-securing kick against Carolina in week 1, he already made 1 field goal this game. Connor Weston is the only receiver who's caught a pass. Orange for Coco targeted once.
And that kick is good.
It's now 17-13, Queen City in front.
Well, no shame in taking that field goal, Colin. It narrows the lead, obviously, keeps you in the game. And then get it all done in the second half.
I agree with you. 31 seconds to go. Kickoff is away. Fielded at about the 3. Up the middle is Davis. Davis. Hooking maneuver up to the 30.
And we're coming into halftime, and Colin, barring something happening here in the last 26 seconds, Rick Meter's at neutral, but we'll stay at neutral. Both these teams are seem to have gotten their feet under them, and we may have a dogfight going on here in the second half.
First down's pretty close, 8-6. Corsairs have 1 timeout in their back pocket, 26 seconds. They'll start off with a run to Baker, and I think this is the smart call here. They're in front. There were 10.5-point underdogs coming in. Tackle made on the play by Nick Fargo, the inside backer. He's in his 17th year. He's been around forever.
Still playing like a youngster.
4th year with this organization. A lot of people, once they come to DC, they have a tendency to stick around. This is Moses. Tackled at about the 35.
Surprised they actually ran the play. They didn't need to.
And now we've reached the first half of play. It is 17-13. Corsairs in front. Over the Dragons, Rick Northrup. Very interesting half.
Yeah, right. DC looked like it was theirs for the taking. First few possessions run out to a 10-0 lead. Then find themselves behind 17-10, come back with a field goal to narrow the gap. And I think that second quarter was Corsair's quarter for sure.
7 of 11 passing was Christian. He found the end zone.
DC. Sorry, go ahead.
And the defense has played well for Queen City.
Yeah, DC's going to have to figure out a way to win the third quarter. Corsairs seem to be doing okay.
Joe Beasley, the key player in the half. 2 grabs, but one of them was for that touchdown that gave Queen City a little bit of first time after being down 10-0.
Yep. We got a packed house here in Buffalo.
Van Cleef to kick off to the Corsairs. So smart, steady, heady play there.
Well, he's going to bring it out.
And it's going to be Bob Wood up the middle. Spins across to the 25. They'll mark him down at 29-yard line.
Bob Hollywood with a good decision. Ends up being a good decision.
Another deep kick by Van Cleef. Kicking distance has been an unusual factor. Queen City's kickoffs have been relatively short compared to what we've seen from DC, but able to take advantage of it.
Relatively short relative to the league and the standard. The coaching staff has to be concerned. They need at least another 10 yards out of his leg, if not consistently putting it in the end zone, to avoid any return play.
Will be from the 29. Christian back to throw. Silas Christian over the middle. Dave Matthew Jr. his first catch in quite some time, and that's good for about 10.5 yards and a first down.
Wow. It's like that. Here come your Corsairs.
Nice clean pocket throw over the middle.
Not into double coverage.
Yeah, we were critical of that. He's now 8 of 12 for 74 yards. 6.2 yards per attempt.
Yeah, I think in terms of opportunities, cleaning up his decision making and either running or looking for other options as opposed to 10 to 20 yard incompletes into double coverage might serve the Corsairs a little better here in the second half.
Christian on the roll. Oh, down he goes.
Somebody missed a block on that drag. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
No chance on the roll. Number 52 came flying in.
Let's take a look at it again here. Here we go.
That was Fargo just on a dog blitz up the middle.
Shooting the gap, yeah.
Lost about 4 yards.
Sending the right backer through the right hole on the right play. Well done.
We got a bunch to the bottom of the screen to go 5 wide. Christian back to throw. Has to move around pocket. Fires down the field. Oh! Into heavy traffic, knocked away by number 21, Billy Beers, the free safety. That's fun to say, Billy Beers.
Billy Beers. Back in the day, there was actually a Billy Beer that President Jimmy Carter's brother tried to sell for a while. How about that? There's your trivia question. Trivia bar question of the night.
3rd and 14, Christian down the field over the head of everybody, incomplete. End of a disappointing result, looking for the claw.
Yes.
Guy Clausen, but that's incomplete.
The claw. The glide or the claw? The claw. That's a rocket to nowhere, really, on that pass play. A lot of mustard on that.
Punt is away.
DC licking their chops to keep their hands on the ball here after what happened to them in the second quarter.
Are you going to tell the story of the quarter lady?
Sure, I can tell. I can bore everybody to tears with the quarter lady story, and I'll tell it in chunks right after this play.
This is the Bass Synergy operating under the center. He threw 1 interception in that first half. He did a passing touchdown to his name. It'll be split backs, pitch out to Chuck Seller, broken 1 tackle, but only got a yard. Yogi Var says he still has a 6-pack of Billy Beer.
Of course he does. So I say a young MBA in being trained as a commercial banker in downtown Detroit. So that's the quarter lady story stuff.
That'll be a 2nd and 9 situation. So that's Synergy's pass tipped out of the line of scrimmage, incomplete. Big number 98 tipped it away. I think that was Darko Young, the defensive end, got his big paws up and knocked it down. It'll be 3rd and 9.
There were about 100 of us in that training program of various vintages. There were about 30 in each class, 30 to 50 in each class that they would hire every year.
On the roll, throw complete for the first down to Kirby, but hold everything, we got a flag.
Uh-oh.
Oh, they're gonna call an eligible man downfield. A lineman
Wandered.
The centerman.
You're wandering lineman.
The number 66, Michael Percoco, just a bit too far down the field. 3rd and 14 now, as we react this 3rd down play. Synergy back again, 7 steps down the field. Oh, almost caught for the first down, but knocked away by Alex Marshall in the
4th down. So you'd get pretty tight with these people that you were in the training program with, and they'd rotate you around and different offices. Anyway, we were all downtown, and we'd go to lunch together, 4, 5, 8, 10 of us at a time, and we'd go down to street level and we'll find a place to have lunch.
Punt is away by Van Cleef. Good hanging punt will be returned by Wood up to the 40.
So every day we'd go down to the street level and go find a deli or someplace to grab lunch. And there was an older lady, kind of lived on the streets. And she would ask everybody if they got a quarter. You'd walk by her, you got a quarter, you got a quarter. And she'd hold her hand out, and you walk by, don't you got a quarter? Got a quarter, right? So that happened every day for months, for years. Here's the pitch.
Baker, broken tackle, will pick up about 3 yards. I want to give a shout out to the offensive line for Queen City real quick. Don Cosmostis, Landon Olheim are the tackles. Kai Pickle and Demon Pickle are the guards.
Nice. Oh, here's a good heavy line.
2nd and 7. They're going to throw out of it. Swinging out of the backfield is Lars Bizarre, a fullback, and he high steps it down the sideline. But not until he gets the first down before jutting out of bounds.
More fullback love. So one day we're going to lunch, and this one guy that was part of our gang, our group, his name is actually George Bailey. No lie, banker named George Bailey. It's a Wonderful Life, whatever. So one day as we're riding the elevator, he goes, you know what, if I see the quarter lady today, I'm giving her a quarter. All right, you go, George, that'd be great. So sure enough, we get on the street, run into the quarter lady.
Well, the middle, Matthew Jr. has about 9 yards as he stops 2nd and 1, throw over the middle.
So I know everybody's hanging on every development in the quarter lady story. So we see the quarter lady, and George goes up to her and gives her a quarter. She says, you got a quarter? He goes, you know what? I have a quarter. Here you go. He puts a quarter in her hand. She looks him up and down in his suit, with his banker haircut and all that kind of stuff. She looks at him and says, don't you got a dollar?
Osmosis picked up the first down, and that story never gets old. I just can't believe some guy with the name of George Bailey ended up in banking.
And gives the quarter lady her quarter after years, and she says, don't you got a dollar?
Billy Beers on the stop on Charlie Baker after pickup of 2. Baker has been a busy ball carrier for the Corsairs this evening. That's 47 yards and 11 totes of the ball with a long of 10. On its most is 26 yards, 9 carries, and a rushing touchdown. Lars Bizarre and another fullback dive up the middle to set up a 3rd and 2. As we're at 5:20 to go in the ball game. Tyler Highfield, boy, he's been busy as a safety, man. He's got 8 tackles as they play him close to the line of scrimmage, kind of where the backers are.
Yeah. And this is the rare game, Colin, where the Rick Meter staff is stumped right now, still at neutral, deep into the 3rd, and there's a first down.
Baker again. As Yogi Bar, evidently he was paying attention because he put inflation in the chat. He said, don't you got a dollar?
Don't you got a dollar? Interestingly enough, from that day forward, she always asked everybody for a quarter, but when she saw George, she'd say, you got a dollar? Don't you got a dollar?
Drop the middle. Lars Bizarre brought down by Big Mike Wagner, number 51. He went rolling over the big defensive tackle. This guy is a brick shy of 360. He's 350 pounds is his program listed weight at just 6 foot 1 inches.
Yeah, the epilogue to that is George did give her $1, and he would give her $1 when he saw her after that. George went on to become a regional president in Grand Rapids, Michigan for Fifth Third Bank. How about that?
Baker sets up a 3rd and 5 as they just picked up 2 there. Rick, another medium situation as the Corsairs are about to crest, or have crested the 200 total yard mark.
Crested the 200-yard summit. It's a false summit. There's more to come.
DC stuck at 130.
They're hoping for 11 more yards here on this possession.
Christian throws to the end zone. It's intercepted. Nick Fargo, the inside linebacker, he was back there. And, oh boy, you just hate to see an opportunity like that go to waste.
Oh, that was the Rick Meter staff was ready to move the needle, but it's not to be. Was that interception a timely? And any interception is timely, but especially in the end zone. There's a little more juice to it.
Just the 5th interception of his career for Nick Fargo, his first of this season. As the run up the middle of Harrison only gets 4.
If what?
Only gets 4. Athletic interception. There's frustration out there.
The Queen City faithful very disappointed in the outcome of that drive.
Stay up the middle. He's been relatively quiet by his standards. Just 9 yards on just 3 totes of the ball. All 3 backs have 11 yards on different numbers of attempts as of this moment.
Oh my goodness.
And Stellar gets another carry. Nice stiff arm. And the big fullback gets the first down as he just angled it out of bounds toward the side.
Yes, stiff arm alert right there, Colin. You and I were on it.
That's going to be one of the longer runs. Here's a long of 8 to Stellar up the middle. It's Harrison breaking tackle, and Harrison gets the first down. Ooh, he almost got away. That was about an 11-yard gain.
In the adjacent universe, he is still running for the end zone. That was close. That was it. That was the last man right there. Desperation tackle. Don't think too hard. Just make the tackle. Right? Don't think about blowing it and being a goat on a touchdown play.
The receivers to the bottom. Here's the give to Kevin Say again. And the Moose, for the first time in a while, he got loose. He got about 6 yards there. That's his new long of the evening.
Yeah, the DC O-line, Colin's quietly getting the job done here in the last 4 or 5 plays.
2nd and 4 as we're approaching 150 and counting to go in the third quarter.
Did you say the third quarter? Oh, here we go again.
Up the middle, Harrison. No, they said he's a yard short of the sticks. Combo tackle made, and Stephen Mullenix getting ready for this critical 3rd and 1. His team has struggled on 3rd down this evening, Rick.
My guess is they go up the middle again with one of these handoffs. That's how they got to this point.
They're going to pitch it outside to Stellar. Another stiff arm, and Chucky goes out of bounds at about the 35.
Yeah, kind of crosses it up. I think Corsair D was expecting what I was talking about, a play up the middle. They run around the side of the D.
Stefan Trejo now checks in at the fullback spot. Synergy back to throw. Dumps it over the middle to Say, and Say has his 2nd grab, and that's good enough for Volt. Lauren Percoco has been targeted twice, has no catches, which is shocking considering that she is usually, Rick, a very big part of this passing game.
You are darn right about that. We have not called her name. She's not been involved that much. And usually she's one of the keys to the offense.
That's the 2 touchdowns that Synergy had passing coming in, as it's now going to be another 3rd and medium situation. UC's been in a lot of these as the shadows start to creep over. Split back behind Synergy. 2 tight ends, balance, look. Here's the pitch out to Stellar. Stellar cannot break through. He stopped 3 yards short of the sticks. Marshall lays down the law on the tackle.
Of course, their defense rises up and stops them short.
We reached the end of the 3rd quarter. Queen City's still in front, 17-13, but DC on the move looking to change things.
And no scoring in that 3rd quarter, Colin. Interesting. This thing is squeaking into another tight one with Queen City, Colin.
It's going to be another field goal attempt by Van Cleef to try and cut this to a 1-point game. High snap. Kick is on the way, and it is good. Whew, no drama on that kick for Mr. Van Cleef, as it's now 17-16. The score. You're watching Simulation Football League action here on the Virtual Football Network. This week on VFN, SFL action is on tonight, Saturday, and Monday. The UFL's final 3 weeks of the regular season continues Saturday and Tuesday. The network gives you more football. The SFL lives on VFN. Rick, I got to take a red eye out to Portland, as I'm going to see the Portland Huskies take on the Dakota Rhinos.
That's
over in
great.
the UFL.
In the UFL. Nice job, yeah. Yeah, you can catch Colin with various color commenters on the UFL. Another exciting league.
11 plays, 47 yards, and the field goal made from 49, they're saying, for Van Cleef.
Yeah, you upgrade yourself to first class on that flight, buddy.
I sure did.
There you go.
In fact, that's what I was doing just before we came on the air.
The talent travels in style.
Well, you taught me well.
That's right.
As back to this game, it's now 4 wide. Matthew Jr., the man in motion to the bottom of the formation. Play clock at 3, 2, they get away. It's going to be a run to Charlie Baker. Charlie Baker broke a tackle. Charlie Baker in the open field. Spins up to the 45.
Charlie Baker broke a tackle. Charlie Baker spins. I think now you have to say his full name every time you call him. And what was that?
It's her full name.
Her full name, yeah.
Just exploded up the middle, broke the tackle of Peanut Say, and was one other move away from getting a big run, but that by far is the biggest run for Baker. She's up to 88 yards on 16 totes. That was a long run of 21 yards. John Osmosis will take the pitch out from his running back spot. Nice step by Osmosis, and fancy footwork weaving in and out, but not stepping out of bounds until he has plenty more for the first down.
There was fancy footwork and a protective stiff arm to nobody. Watch it coming right there. Oh, yeah.
He was activating the force field. That's
might have been. Reminds me, I got some travel coming up. I gotta see if I get upgraded or not myself here.
That's right, as we're now under 9 minutes to go in the ball game. It's been a relatively fast-moving ball game. Christian down the middle. Tipped away and complete Beasley, the intended receiver. But Billy Beers deflected away, I think, with his face mask. I didn't see him put a hand up.
Right. Any body part will do, including your noggin. Yeah, I may or may not be traveling to one or more SFL convention-located cities over the next month or two.
Christian back to throw. Under heavy pressure. Joe Beasley dropped the ball. He was standing with his hands like this and not like this.
It's like,
and it just hit him right in the face mask.
It was too easy, I guess. I don't know. I had to think about it.
And just
you
like that,
you can put your hands out, frame the ball, catch it out in front of you, pull it in, secure it. Just like blank down it.
I think Ryan Davis is going to pull his hair out if Christian does another one of those. But Matthew Jr. was open down the seam.
Matthew Jr. says, throw it to me. I'm going to catch it. I'm in there.
Throw down the middle, and they convert the 3rd and long.
I'm hot.
Nobody picked up the big tight end. That's his 4th reception on 7 targets of
Some tight end love, Colin.
the ball game.
Activate the Harbaugh searchlight.
That's his.
What?
He's up to 41 yards. It's his Moses breaking away, and he picks up 9.5.
Wow.
Matthew Jr. also had 1 tote for 9 yards. As his Moses. Oh, he almost broke away into the end zone.
He was close. Close, boss. Close to the plane.
2nd and inches. Over 71 piled up. And that's without their veteran wide receiver, Adrian Ellis Sr. They've been able to get production out of so many other guys. Throw up the middle, Matt Dutner. No, Bizarre had the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Got to get a 1st and goal out of that. Yeah. Shimmy your way back to the huddle. He deserved it. And right now the Rick meter is jumping in with an advantage. Queen City. Advantage Queen City.
Ooh. Typically, advantage isn't typically called this late. Usually it's,
Well, if advantage is the first stop, off of neutral.
throw it back on the rollout. Oh, that. I appreciate the courage shown by Christian, but
Right. Well, the Rick meter's
stopped
calculation
just a yard short.
is the Queen City. Queen City has some good life and vitality on offense, and is likely or expected to continue be able to preserve their lead at this point.
It'll be Osmosis lined up as the fullback. He got about 2 yards up the middle. Peanut staying on the tackle.
The DC defense hearing about the Rick meter call, having some pride here and trying to.
Hey, I see Michael Torillo in the chat. Hello, Michael. Talking about how calm of a heart rate Mike Thanks has. And I don't think, it's not going to be calm enough. Joe Garfield will be on to trying to field goal attempt as Tyler Highfield again on the stop as they tried to run a draw on 3rd and goal. That didn't work.
Those were probably the right calls, but just the defensive line outmatching the offensive line there on that 1st and goal from the 4. Can't punch it in.
Field goal is good. 6:06 to go. 70-plus yard drive. 3 minutes, 51 seconds taken off the clock. Corsair add to the lead, but it is now a single touchdown lead.
Well, 4 points. So the pressure's on.
Return up the middle. Harrison spins ahead, and they'll be brought down at the 40.
Just like that. Guess what their starting field position is, Colin? I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count.
The 40-yard line.
You got it. What a surprise.
6:02 to go in the game. For those of you who may just be tuning in, the Dragons were out in front, scoring the first 10 points of this game before Queen City rallied to make it 17-10 at one point. Then it was 17-13, and thanks to a couple of field goals by both sides, it is now 20 to
Right.
16.
I'll give you the PowerPoint version of that. DC went out to a 10-0 lead. Queen City's outscored them since then 20-6.
And DC has been trailing the total yards now for quite some time. There's up to only 178 now as Synergy back to throw. Moves around, drives the man wide open. It's Lauren for Coco. She kindly catches the ball.
Kindly catches the ball.
Finally catches the ball, not kindly.
Kindly.
Yeah, they're similar sounding enough words. Synergy up to about 131 yards on 10 of 17 passing. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Run up the middle, Harrison.
Yeah.
stopped. He has only 28 yards, and he has the lone passing touchdown for the Dragons. That was a 5-yard catch. As we're now under 5 to go, second and 11. Quick drop. Throw over the middle. Percoco again. Lord Percoco is loose down the seam to the inside the 15-yard line.
Gets loose, yes. Yeah, just a nice job to avoid the defender setting up to make the play. Runs around him.
The 145 passing is Synergy, 11 of 18 passing. He's back for attempt number 19. Dumps it up. Harrison picks up 4. It'll be second and 6.
Obviously, DC hunting a touchdown. Field goal would help them, but not get them in the lead at the coming up on the 4-minute mark, Colin. I think you're thinking touchdown all the way.
2 tight ends either side. Here's the give to Kevin Say. Say, first down.
Say, hey, kid. There we go.
Fell over the top, and the Moose gets it, and he's excited. He's been out on check today. Just the 6th time he's toted the ball. Toted. That's fun to say.
Toted.
This is 3:41 to go and counting in the 4th quarter. Pitch out to Stella. Oh, he ran over a man, and he drug another man out of bounds. Let's get the license plate of that poor defender for Queen City. That was number 29, Eric Belmont. Got ran over, I mean over.
Yeah, you know, I would challenge you on that, Colin. I don't think he got run over. I think he got killed. He got dead.
That was a 5'11", 240-pound man running over a guy who's 6'4", 220.
There's some physics calculations you got to do there. And
Kevin Say up the middle. Oh, they said he didn't get the first down. It'll be 3rd and less than the chest hair. It'll be 3rd and less than a yard coming up. We're going to be under 3 minutes by the time the ball is snapped. Up over the ball is Mike Percoco. Bad Synergy stepped up under the center as Stella behind him. Sam Harrison is the other split back. Now they will motion Harrison out. It's just Stella
clearing the LB out of the middle.
And they pitch it the other way to Stella, and he
nice.
walks in. He's scoring the Dragons for the first time since it was 10-0. Have the lead as it's now 22-20.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, and watch them take, they won't show the motion, but they took the linebacker from that side out over to the other side of the formation, and that linebacker could have been a threat to stuff the play. Was not there.
They're going to elect to go for the extra point, which I think is the smart play because, you know, the numbers.
Yeah, because if you go for 2 and miss it, a field goal, you can lose on a field goal. Now a field goal only ties you.
That was a 9-play drive just taking over 3 minutes, and the Dragons have the lead, Rick. They've been hanging around, and for the first time since Harrison caught that pass from Synergy, they find the end zone, this time via the ground.
Well, the Rick meter is still saying advantage Queen City. Expecting Queen City offense here to get down the field and get in a position.
2:53 to go. Davis gets it up to the 28. There's still plenty of time to run the offense.
Yep, time to crack out your 3-minute offense. You got all your timeouts.
Yardage in the second half has been in favor of Queen City, but DC has definitely closed the delta compared to where it was.
DC gets to start on the 40-yard line every time.
Baker picked up 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3.
So their yardage per point that there is required is a lot lower than what Queen City has to do starting on their 10, 15, 20.
Baker, the next carry will probably put her at 100 yards. Clarence Christian only 112 through the air. As Moses stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain, Billy Beers again on the stop. as we have a 3rd and 3. They're going to get off before the 2-minute warning. Baker on the shovel gets the first down.
Baker's proving to be the player for the Corsairs on offense, Colin.
Just a little shovel pass up the middle. The linemen get their blocks. And they go up the middle, get the first down, and we reach the 2-minute warning. Hold on to your hats, folks. This is the exciting portion of the program right here. Baker's up over 100 yards, sitting at 103 for her.
Yeah, none of the other part of the program was exciting. But this will be exciting, we swear.
Pitch out to Charlie Baker. Baker carrying forward. Will pick up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the commissioner, Cameron Irvine, sensing a trend every time we've called the game this season.
For Queen City, anyway, yeah.
And there seems to be something crazy.
Or yeah, any game. Yeah, we've had 2 good ones.
And the Minnesota-Oklahoma City game was nuts.
Yeah, this one is shaping up to be another.
And as we set up a 3rd and 4, we go back to Cameron Irvine for a game break. Camp.
This is how things ended in Florida, Colin. 20-14. Minnesota was up by 6. This was a 4th down interception. Nicholas Frossel takes it the other way. Minnesota missed 2 field goals, but it didn't matter. They beat the Storm 20-14. Back to you.
Ooh.
Hey, congratulations. Here's a pass.
Christian, it's incomplete.
No.
Incomplete, looking for Guy Clausen, but the defender separated him from the ball, and they're going to have to stick out the offense out on the field. It's going to be 4th and 4, do or die proposition here.
Yeah, this is it for them. First down or game over.
Have to get just over the midfield stripe. We continue to drive. They're going to pitch it out to Baker.
No.
The 3rd with the stop. Crispin the 3rd made 2 brilliant plays on that drive, including that 4th down right there. They tried to cross him up.
You know, if it works, you're a hero. But a toss sweep or even a naked sweep on that toss sweep is dicey, and I fully expected some quick hitting crossing concepts to pick up that first down.
They got an I formation, 66 seconds left, and they're going to throw.
Oh my goodness!
It's completed over the middle. A very risky proposition. Timeout called by the Corsairs. Want to remind you, while you're here Sunday, a 4-pack of SFL games get started with Denver, Carolina at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. Plus Bossier City, Chicago, Sin City takes on Washington, Los Angeles, Vancouver. The SFL lives on the Virtual Football Network. Now they go to the run. Evanson gets a first down. And that should just about do it.
Yeah, just aggressive play calling right there. I guess they figured on that first down play there'll be a timeout used. The clock will stop regardless. Is a pick or something, but it works, and then a short run for a first down. Now we're into the kneel outs. Wow. Well, the Rick meter's coming in with their final reading, and it's probable. As DC surprises everybody and goes down the field and takes the lead here. And here they are kneeling out the game in Buffalo, Colin. Big disappointment for the Queen City fans. The team looked great in the second, 3rd quarter. Can't hold on in the 4th.
And for the Corsairs, they'll have an extra week to stew on things, as week 6 is a bye for them before they return in front of the home crowd to take on the Carolina Skyhawks. Charleston Predators are the next opponent for the DC Dragons, back at the nation's capital before taking on the Baltimore Vultures in a battle of the Beltway. Vultures uncharacteristically 1-2 before a week 8 bye. And the Corsairs will travel to Arizona to take on the Scorpions for week 8 as well. That's all there is. There isn't any more. The DC Dragons continue to win the close ball games. They win this one by 3, 23-20. Rick Northrup your final thoughts on everything as we take a look at all the final facts and figures.
That's right. Well, it was an interesting game. You see there, the first quarter, DC puts up 10. Queen City outscores them in the second, and they're a draw in the third, and DC ends up prevailing in the fourth. A little back and forth. Exciting game. Thought it was Queen City's to win there as we got into the fourth quarter, but it was not to be. Congratulations, DC Dragon.
Corsairs now on a 3-game losing streak. This is a divisional clash between both of these teams. Yardage was fairly close, Rick, but who's your play the game for the Dragons? I'd have to give it to Chuck Stellar. He came up with several big plays.
Yeah, I think I go with Stellar as well, and he had a lot of eye candy with those stiff arm runs and that one bulldozer hit he had there in the fourth quarter.
And for Justin Reside on stats, thank you so much, sir.
And Rochelle?
And Rochelle Colson, who was with us for a time, and Cameron Irvine is the executive producer extraordinaire. Thank you all for tuning in. You're just so kind and wonderful, all of you. Thank you, and good night.